Hey y'all, I can't see what the nothing, y'all. I can't see nothing here. I'm trying something new, y'all, with this with going live through stream, y'all, because I done had technical difficulties on two lives. So now I'm trying something different. Make sure my screen. Oh, that's probably why my screen ain't showing right. I got all this stuff on. Hopefully y'all can see me, man. I gotta get home and clean my mirror out. So I'm coming live to y'all today because it's a lot of uproar. Because I said I think that I'm not Anthony and Amber, Anthony and Piari might need to end up together. Amen. And I'm sorry, y'all. I truly believe that. Amen. I think that I think that they've been wanting each other since high school. Since college, and sometimes let me get out of my let me get out of my Auntie Riri. Auntie Riri jumps in and out, so y'all just try to keep up. But I truly believe that some of the best lovers are the ones who start off as friends. I truly, truly believe that. So that's just me. That's just my thoughts on the whole PR and Anthony thing. I think that she has loved him unconditionally. I think recently, even though she flip flop a lot, I feel like she she loves him, and I think she's been in love with him. Um, this is something that's near and dear to my heart because, ooh, how do I put this without putting it? Um, I would say my first love, a guy, was my best friend, and I used to write love letters for his girlfriends for him. Like he would tell me situations about him and whatever girl he would give me because he was very non-emotional. So I mean, he was emotional, but I was his basically his ghostwriter on Valentine's, birthdays, Christmas, all that. I was my best friend's ghostwriter for women. Um, every heartbreak, every time he messed up, whatever the case may be, I was I was there. And then after time, I secretly fell in love with him. I mean, just be honest about it. That was my best friend. You know, he could do no wrong in my eyes. And things happened. Um, well, I've never openly said who my best friend was. So I guess I can say this without it coming back. My best friend was my first, and and that's still my dog to this day. Things happen, you know, life happened, separated, and not separated like that. We were never officially a couple or anything like that. He was just my best friend. I trusted him. I still trust him to this day with my life. Now, maybe not with my life, but I still trust him to this day. And that's something about when somebody is your very best friend. That's a different type of love that hits like seriously. It's like you know that person, you know the worst of what they've done, you know their flaws, you know their shortcomings, you know what hurts them, what makes them happy. It's just so many different elements that comes to a best friend. And I don't know, y'all. Like seriously, it's just like different. So when I talk about the PR and Anthony thing, I don't want him to disrespect Amber anymore. I know it will be messy because of the whole him and Shayla dynamic. I know that would make things a little messy too. But at the end of the day, y'all love is love. And you can't help who you fall in love with or who, it's bigger than, like, and when it's your best friend, let me say this too. When it's your best friend, like Anthony may have flirted with her sometime, But when they stayed in that house together almost 2 months, I don't think they, and then y'all correct me if I'm wrong, stand to be corrected. Hey, Colada, I don't think they ever kissed. I think they may have been on the couch together. I think they even slept in the same bed together one night. And when you friends with somebody, you don't want to cross that line. You don't want to cross your boundary. And me and my friend, we were, man, it was like 2 years almost before anything happened. I was a virgin, like I said, it was my first. So I have a different perspective than most people may have on friendships. Um, Ultimately, did it ruin our friendship for a while? It did. It did. Um, so that's the other thing. If they do cross the line, or if they do end up, together or whatever, there is a possibility they could absolutely mess up their friendship. So that's the chance you take when you cross the line with a friend, you um, or you go there, or you decide to be more than friends. But I think for me, it would not be a shock. It would not be a betrayal to Amber, a betrayal to Shayla, because I think that Piara has always been in love with Anthony. That's my honest opinion. I think when she came back to the show, I mean when she came onto the Skitland, because some of you, to my understanding, are new to Skitland. Y'all don't know the full story. When she originally came to the skits, whatever, as his friend, I really thought that they would have hooked him up sooner. But by them elongating it and by them not letting them cross the line, by them letting them have this boundary between them, that just lets me know even more that there is a love there between them. And I think Anthony, seriously, I think he just never really realized how much Kiara really did love him. She put aside how much she cared about him. And y'all, I'm sorry, this is personal for me. This is triggering for me. When you're in love with your best friend, it's like you put aside all of your needs. And even like ultimately, even in my situation, if they dog you out or they don't see you or they're blinded to it, you still like want them to be happy. At the end of the day, you still want that person to be happy. You still want them to feel loved. You still want them to live their best life, even if it's not with you. That's what a true friend does. A true friend looks beyond all of that. So, and I think that to a degree, even though Piara did a little bit of hating here and there, I think she really loved Anthony. I really do. I think she always loved him. I think he was always her one. Now, why she became an alcoholic and stuff, I'm gonna say this probably in every live that I do. I still want the writers give us the backstory. What happened in college? Give us that story. Y'all keep bringing new people to the skits and new people to the skit land. Bring somebody who can give us a backstory. Yeah, bring me on there as Anthony's mama. Can I be Anthony's mama and have a light skin? Amen. I'm just asking for myself. You know, maybe me and Al be sure can be, uh, Anthony mama and dad. You know, yeah. Amen. Amen again. No, but I see Anthony mama being a real classy lady. Um, Maybe somebody like Amber, because a lot of times little boys they say fall in love with their mothers. I forget what they call it. The damn it, what is it called? I learned it in English. Is it the Oedipus complex or something like that? And it's basically the whole thing we say now: and boy moms, and then girl dads, stuff like that. But I see Anthony's mama being somebody like real classy and stuff, and maybe the dad was down there. I don't know which scope, but I need the backstory. I think the backstory would make things make so much more. Things would make more sense if we knew the backstories of a lot of these characters. So I hope that the writers do that because they could take the skits to a whole new level. Like that. And it just popped in my head. Drunken Darren, DC. What made well, we know sort of what made DC because he was a victim of abuse. What made him become an alcoholic? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what made Piari go to alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what is the backstories to some of these characters, and then maybe we will understand them a lot more. What happened in college exactly? You know, why didn't her and Anthony? Why, her and Anthony did hook up once in college, so what made them not revisit that? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, ain't no love like a best friend love. And I said, from this point on in my life, I don't want no more casual hookups. I don't want no more none of that. He got to be my best friend. He got to be just that one. I don't want no. If you can't talk to your spouse or your significant others about your bad day, if you can't talk to them about what movie you think, if you can't laugh at a movie together, if you can't score on one another, if you can't, just be friends, be homies. What are y'all doing it for? It's not about doing it for the money. It's not about any of that. Chico, 1977. I always love your comments, Chico, too. I like the fact that they did a little bit of Larry Shire's backstory. Oh yeah, when they told us a little bit about what happened. Give us these backstories, y'all. If they can keep everybody character just how they are now, if they just gave us the backstory. Like even when Wayne went back and before this last special, whatever, around his birthday, when he went back to his hometown and showed where he used to live and showed the pictures and kind of gave his story, you understand the characters a lot better when you know the why. Why is Angelina the way she is? So they did a great job when y'all think about it. They at least gave us Diesel's backstory. They told us the backstory of what happened with Verna and the friend and all of that. They need to do that with a lot of these main characters, at least the main skits. Give us their backstory, and then I promise you we'll understand them a lot better, and it'll be less of the back and forth. Y'all need help with a backstory. Bring your girl in. Let me feel. I want to be a writer so bad. Be careful reading these comments and driving like. Oh, I just looked over. Yeah, Chico, good. Keep me honest, Chico. But yeah, I kind of like coming. Well, now not no more. Now the car's coming. Now that I done looked over here. But yeah, y'all. I mean, y'all don't be so quick to to hate on, be mad at Auntie about the PR and Anthony thing. Because out of all the women that he been with, let's go back through it. Stripper girl who framed him, Ro, Ro who just wanted to be free at the time. Yeah, Ro didn't really want no relationship at the time. She wanted to be free, and then she wanted to be free. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ro gave a powerful breakdown on Facebook of older women in body count. If you are not a fan of, I mean, if you're not a Facebook friend of Ro, go to Rolanda's page. I forget what the name is, but just look up Rolanda. You'll find her with the. I always get the one with the check. Rolanda has a great breakdown of female friendships, and she got one where she's talking about menopause. I mean, baby, she covered the auntie. If you're an auntie, go to Rolanda's page, click share and subscribe. She got some good stuff on there. But she was talking about body counts of the aunties and older women and stuff like that. And it really made like sense. You know, when we're younger, you're exploring, you don't know. That's why I think a lot of people end up circling the block with their high school sweethearts or circling the block with their college group. Because at that time when you were younger, you didn't understand what love was. You didn't understand, about being somewhere with somebody. It was short term, and then you got the people who got together for financial reasons or they're staying together for financial reasons. The longer you live, the more you realize that, hey, there's more to life than just hooking up with somebody based on, based on physical looks or attraction. You want to be with somebody who gets you, who gets your quirkiness, who gets your bad moods, your mood swings. who even in Anthony's case, Piari get his whole face. And I mean that's just being honest about it. That's just being frank about it. So all of these things you got to put into consideration when you think about love, when you think about relationships and all of these things. It's not as easy as we all make it out to be or we want it to be. It's not, y'all. It's a lot more complex. So don't rule out. So getting back to his relationships, even Amber, she married him knowing that she was still somewhat in love. She married him because he was safe. He was stable because he wanted her. She was stuck on the Bible, a man who finds a wife. But she wasn't in love with Anthony. Come on, y'all. She wasn't in love with him. You can't be in love with somebody and be in bed with somebody else the day of your wedding. The day of, y'all. It wasn't a week, it wasn't 2 weeks, it wasn't 3 weeks. The day of the wedding, you were in bed with another man. She never loved him, y'all. She was never in. She loved Anthony. Don't get me wrong, but she was never in love with him. Even when she went and got him from Rolanda's house, she wasn't in love with him. It was a matter of I'm not gonna lose. Yeah, like come on, Chico. Come on, Chico. If Wayne would have said, Amber, I want you and only you. I want to be with you. Don't marry him. If Wayne would have stood up at that wedding, she would have never married Anthony. She would not have. And we know this. We know this. She would not have married Anthony if Wayne would have chose her. Even when she stood in Shayla's kitchen a few weeks ago, when she talks about Wayne, everything changes. And now I think she sees a lot of what she wants in a man in Dave. Now I'm saying all this to say I still not confident that she still won't end up with Anthony. I think they very well could get a divorce and still end up back together. I very well think another plot twist could be she get pregnant. I think either way, she's gonna divorce Anthony. The only question is, will she go back to Anthony? Even if it's a year from now, 2 years from now, will she circle the block back with him? But I said all this to say in this live, I wouldn't be mad at if PR and Anthony got together because I truly feel like there's something unresolved with him. I truly feel like PR loves him unconditionally. And when you look for a life partner, I want a life partner that's gonna get my crazy, that's gonna get my breakdown, that's gonna get my come up. I want that so bad in my life. And I feel like everybody, we all deserve that. Amen. We all deserve that love. We all deserve that person, our person that gets us. And again, will I always have this sort of feeling about my best friend? Yes. I still love my best friend to this day. I still have his best interest at heart. I still wish him love and happiness. I still love him from the bottom of my heart. And I wish things, could have possibly turned out differently. But, now it's a matter of I just want my friend happy. But if they have the opportunity, so let's do it again. If they have the opportunity to do it again, why not? Well, why not? So that's been it for Auntie Riri. I'm going over trying to find my mama. She done tried to, hey, she look a little handsome, that little gray streak in his beard. Amen. But anyway, trying to help my mama find my uncle out. She was trying to go by memory. Amen. So, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Let me call and see where she at. Did she find the location? All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Click like and subscribe. Yeah, Chico, I do too. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.